Confidence is being sure of who you are. As a mom, sometimes your confidence can be put to the test. In this video, I will discuss how to get unstoppable confidence as a career mom. Hey Royal Family, welcome to the front row with myself, Roanna Woodley. I am a marketing leader, Bharatanatyam dancer, an ex-TV and radio presenter. So I have been in front of many audiences and my confidence had to develop over time. But when I became a mom, my confidence was put to the test a little. And so I'm here to share how I broke through those barriers and gained my confidence as a career mom. I looked at confidence as a holistic approach for my mind, body, and soul. And if I worked on my self-improvement and my self-development and my self-love for my mind, body, and soul, then I could be a holistically confident career mom. The first thing I did was I focused on my mind. I needed to get my mind right. I needed to understand who was this new person, this person that has now become a mom, this person that has now a new body, this person that probably can't recognize herself in the mirror. I was one of those moms. I thought I would just bounce back after having the baby, just like my mom did. But that wasn't the case for me. So when I had the baby, I looked in the mirror and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, who is this? I was unrecognizable. Still, sometimes when I look at photos of myself, I'm like, I'm icked out because I'm expecting the old pre-married Roanna to be in those pictures. And I had to realize over time that I needed to accept this new Roanna, this new body, this new person that was in existence. And in order for me to be the best person for my family, I needed to focus on my mind to make sure that it was healthy and was feeling happy again. The next thing I did for my mind was I read and I educated myself and I learned about my new body. I learned about how the body expands and how much time it takes to get back to shape. Sometimes you may not get back to your old self, and that's okay. And I learned that I need to accept who this person is so that I can live my best life and that I can be the best version of myself. That's not to say that change is not accepted or that I didn't want to be back to the way I used to be. Of course I did. I think most moms do. But I needed to first accept this body, the body that I was in currently after having a baby. The more I learned about who this new mom is, the more I read about other people's stories and testimonials, I realized that there were other moms like me that were going through the same things like me. And I also learned how they get through the hard times that they've gone through. A simple example was when I just gave birth and I was trying to latch the baby onto the boob and I was trying to breastfeed, and when I asked my mom about it, she just said, no, you know what, it's just something that's gonna come to you. But it wasn't a natural thing for me. It didn't feel like it was just going to happen. I watched countless YouTube videos on how to latch the baby and it was still sore, it was still uncomfortable, it was still not feeling right. And eventually I bumped into a video with a mom talking about these things that was difficult for her, that she was very much in pain, that she really felt breastfeeding uncomfortable. And she explained that if you get through the 6-week mark, it starts to get easier. And then I realized I just need to push through. And once I pass 6 weeks, it's going to feel normal. And it did. It started to feel normal and it started to feel like a natural thing. I could then go and leave the house and breastfeed my baby away from home comfortably, knowing that I was able to do it and I was able to latch the baby on. I also learned a fundamental lesson from that. Had I not pushed through breastfeeding, I would not have developed a sense of willpower that I have now, a sense of grit that I have now. I thought I had grit and willpower, but boy, oh boy, when you have the experience of breastfeeding and you have to go through that latching phase and getting them to latch on and then eventually doing it normally, that kind of win is just something else. It does something to your brain. And if you can get through that, you know you can get through any problem there is in the world. Understanding my mind also helps me to get to know this new person. I've never been a mom before becoming a mom, right? So I'm benchmarking myself to the Rowanna that was not the mom, the single Rowanna. And that's unfair to the current Rowanna, who is a career woman, who is now a mom. And that's something I need to take very seriously. So I started to write down who this career mom would look like. What would she be in her mind? What would she think about? What are the things that she would speak about? What are the things that she would read? And it started to paint a clearer picture of who I am and who I wanted to be in the world as a career mom. The more I learned and the more I watched other moms on YouTube and the more articles I read, the more confident my mind started to feel. And when I started to work on my mind and I started to feel stronger in my mind, it started to feel easier to move on to the next phase, which is focusing on my body. And when I looked in the mirror, I didn't like the person that I was looking at. I didn't recognize the person that I was looking at. I didn't particularly want to be the person that I was looking at because my body had changed tremendously and nobody warned me that it would change so much. And it takes its psychological toll on you. And I needed to write down what are the things I now love about this new body. I love the fact that my body was able to expand and do what it needed to do to produce a baby. I love the fact that it used whatever it needed to use to get everything in order. So how can I be mad at that? How can I hate it as soon as I have this beautiful gift? That would be wrong. And learning to love that new body was the thing that was challenging for me. And then eventually I wrote down the body that I want to have. And with acceptance and gratitude for what I currently have, what I wish to have will then come to pass, and it will come easier and with less stress than worrying and hating and fighting everything that is currently in existence. The other thing you can do for your body is you can dress up every day and you can take advantage of the fact that you are alive and that you exist and that you are a part of this world. I also have these days that I don't want to wear makeup and I don't want to be all dressed up. But if you look a little put together, then your confidence is boosted tremendously. I know sometimes when I'm just wearing leggings and a t-shirt and I'm just going about my day and I have no makeup on, I'm not performing at my best. And I'm also not feeling the best with the way I look and the way my body is. So I use this rule of thumb. If I can go to the grocery store and meet someone I don't particularly get along with, and feel confident in what I'm wearing and how I look, then I'm dressed good. But if I'm gonna feel uncomfortable and I don't wanna actually see this person, then I'm not dressed to make me feel confident. And that is my guidance, because there's been many moments where on the day that I'm not dressed to my best, I will run to the store and then I will see someone that I don't actually wanna see and I'll be dressed the worst. But on the days that I put it together, why don't I see all those people? And once you take care of your body and you put yourself together by dressing well, by taking care of your skin, your hair, your nails, having your vitamins, eating the right foods, doing some sort of exercise, focusing on your physical appearance, smelling good, looking good, then it starts building more confidence because you've worked on your mind, you're now working on your body. The next step is to work on your soul. And for that, it requires some internal work, some journaling, some meditation, some reflection, some affirmations, some prayer, good old-fashioned prayer. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings. You are almighty. You are revered. You are beautiful. You are perfection. You are light and you are within me. And I pray to you for guidance and I surrender to you and I ask you for all the good things and help me to be the best version of myself so I can be the truest, highest version of myself, and so on. That is your spirituality and working on your soul, your Atma, the thing that lives on forever. And once you work on that, your confidence develops even more, showing gratitude for that mind of yours, showing gratitude for your body, showing gratitude for your soul, showing gratitude for your surroundings, the material things you have, the spirituality that you have, the God that guides you. all of this gratitude, when you start feeling more grateful, the more abundant your life will become and the more confident you will feel in the life that you are living in. When you start feeling confident and happy and getting this rush of I'm gonna go get it and I'm gonna do the things, then it's time to start paying it forward. When you start paying it forward, you start developing even more confidence because it enlightens people, it illuminates other people. You're paying it forward, so you're getting good vibrational energy, and that's the energy that helps you to look and feel confident consistently. When you work on your mind, body, and soul, it is self-development. It is working on your self-improvement. It is working on your self-worth. It is working on your self-love. It is empowerment and helping you thrive and be the best version of yourself. And the moment you get your mind, body, and soul right, and you put everything together and you understand the fundamentals of how I need to work on my mind, work on my body, work on my soul, work on my self-development, you then start creating a ripple effect. And you then start becoming a confident person. You then can put discipline to your life, and you can put routine to your life, and you can start setting intentions for every day, setting an intention for your year, setting an intention for every month, setting an intention for every day, and waking up with a purpose and knowing what you are going to do. And once you set that intention, you will then start setting some consistency with it and putting it in your timetable, blocking out calendars, and understanding that this is who you want to be when you show up in the world. This is how you want to show up in the world, and you show up as her every day. This powerhouse career woman that's doing it all, that's bombastic in the workplace, that's just rocking her career, that's rocking motherhood, that's rocking her family life, because you can do it all. You just need to have the right mind, the right body, the right soul energy, so that you can build confidence and have the routine, have the discipline, and have the consistency. This has been such a game changer in my life because I was always very uncertain when I became a mom the first time. And then when I had my second baby, I realized that I'm not going to be so hard on myself. I'm going to take every day as a journey, and I'm going to embrace this body that has done so much for me, and I'm going to be more grateful to this body that has done so much for me. And I'm going to embrace everything the way it is intended to be. And for the things that I cannot control, I'm going to surrender it to a higher power and know that there is a God that guides me and that is showing me the way to a brighter, more confident me. I thank you for watching till the end. We'll do this again soon. Cheers.